Ainsley has sent regrets. Ash.
Present.
Barton.
Present.
Brar.
Present.
Burnside has sent regrets. Carroll has sent regrets. Cole. Dasco has sent regrets. Dyes has sent regrets. Fletcher.
She will be here in a few moments.
Okay, thank you. Fonseca.
Here. Good morning.
Han.
Present.
Jackson.
Present. Good morning.
Kelleher. Kelleher, you're on mute, but I do see you. Karoon has sent regrets. Lee has sent regrets. Matlow has sent regrets. Mukherjee has sent regrets. Myers.
Present.
Pellegrini.
Present. Greetings.
Peruzza.
Present.
Russo.
Present. Good morning.
Santos has sent regrets. Sachs has sent regrets. Sinclair.
Present.
Tang has sent regrets. And West.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We respectfully acknowledge that we are situated on the traditional territories and treaty lands, in particular those of the Mississaugas of the Credit, as well as the Anishinaabe and of the Williams Treaty, the Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee, as well as the Métis Nation. As stewards of the land and water resources within the Greater Toronto Region, the Toronto and Region Conservation Authority appreciates and respects the history and diversity of the land and is grateful to have the opportunity to work and meet in this territory. Now, members of the board, we have to pass the minutes from April the 28th. So I want to move and second that. Okay, so we have Barr, seconded by Jackson. Any questions or comments on the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Okay, that's carried. And then, are there any disclosures of interest? Seeing and hearing none. Now we're going to move into the consent agenda. I will read out each item on the agenda that may be approved on consent. Members of the board may ask that any item be held so that it can be further discussed. Please indicate your intention to hold an item verbally. The person that holds the item will be given the opportunity to speak first when the item is brought forward. If an item is not held, the motion is deemed to be approved and approved as written, and no further discussion on the item will take place in this meeting. Okay, so on the consent agenda, item 8.1 is the request for tender for supply and delivery of cobblestone for the Jim Tovey Lakeview Conservation Area. Item 8.2 is the request for proposal for design build services for the Top Cliff Avenue Erosion Control and Slope Stabilization Project. 8.3 is a request for tender for the Humber River Sanitary Infrastructure Protection Project. 8.4 of record arrangement for temporary help services. 8.5 is value increase and agreement extension for contracted services for 120 Disco Road, Toronto, for the stormwater and pond cleanout. 8.6 is request for quotation for staff workwear for the contract extension, and 8.7 is the TRCA draft comments on the proposed provincial planning statement. Any holds with any of those? Okay, seeing and hearing none. Clerk, did I miss any?
Through the vice chair, I believe you've got them all. Thank you.
Okay, I did see a hand by Councillor Fletcher. You're still on mute though. Oh, you're good? Councillor Fletcher, you're on mute, so whatever you said, I missed.
Oh, hi, sorry.
No problem.
Just on a new computer, but I would like to hear a little bit about the proposed provincial planning statement. If John could just tell us something, I'd like to hold that, please, Dave. Thank you.
Okay, no problem at all. So with that, we're going to do the holds after closed session. So we'll pass all the others, hold that one, just because we do have a legal representative that has a hard stop. That's correct, right, Madam Clerk?
Through the vice chair, that's correct. Thank you.
All right. All right, so on the consent agenda, I think we need a mover and a seconder for all but 8.7, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so can we get a mover and a seconder for that? So we have Mayor Pellegrini and Mayor Ash for our first and seconder. All right, all in favor? That's carried. So we are now going to be going into closed session. And this is for a verbal update regarding the food services agreement. Madam Clerk, just a mover and a seconder to move into closed session, correct?
That is correct. Thank you.
All right. So mover, I think it's mover. We've got Councillor Fonseco and Mayor West. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Through the vice chair, we are just going to wait 30 seconds until we can move into closed session and get everybody in.
Sounds good. Thank you. So we have a very experienced crew here.
Sorry to interrupt. We are in open session and recording now. Thank
Okay,
you.
sounds good. Sorry, we didn't get your public service announcement into that, Mayor Pellegrini. Let's jump to, we are now in open session. Let's jump to item 9.1. This is the 2023 3-month financials. So we want to move and second that? Okay, moved by Councillor Jackson, seconded by Mayor Pellegrini. Questions, comments? All in favor? That's carried. Next, we are into 10.1. This is from the town of Ajax in regards to 2929 Beachview Street. Mover and seconder on that. Again, Mayor Pellegrini, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jackson. Any questions or comments on that one? All in favor? That's carried. And now we're down to 10.2. This is the standard delegated permits for receipt, and it's these are staff approved and issued. And again, we need a mover and seconder. Mayor West, seconded by and Councillor Russo. Any questions or comments on that? Seeing none, all in favor? That is carried. Thank you. Now we do have one left over here going back up to, we had a question on 8.7.
I just wanted John to update us a bit on where that stands. That's all.
Excellent.
Well, thank you through the chair and our director of policy and planning, Lori Nelson, is also here, and her team has put together our comments on the draft provincial planning statement. There is a submission that we'd like to get into the province as soon as possible, and that really is something that we are focusing in on. Some of our major concerns, hazards, of course, and some of the policies related to natural heritage. There are questions about some of it, as you can see from our submission. There's still some elements that we're unclear about, but I think most importantly, we want to make sure that for some of the I guess the primacy of public health, safety, the environment that was in some of the earlier plans, and the requirement for comprehensive studies like watershed studies prior to major development, we want to make sure that that is contained in any updates or amendments that are coming forward. And that's our major thrust as we go forward and articulate that. Lori, can you add to that?
Thank you, and through the chair, yes, just to build on John's comments, the new document is a merge of the provincial policy statement and the growth plan, and our comments do focus on those aspects that we would like to see carry forward in ensuring that as growth occurs in our watersheds, the importance of requiring, currently it's required in the growth plan for sub-watershed and watershed planning, and we'd like to see that carry forward. The language in the proposed is encouraged, so we want to. We would prefer to see that reflected in the new document, again with a focus on the growth in our watersheds and ensuring that as growth does occur, that we're ensuring that there's no impacts to natural hazards, that we have safe development and resilient watersheds. So our comments have focused on those aspects that we would like to see carry forward. And through that watershed and sub-watershed planning, it provides that upfront certainty to accelerate development. So perhaps I'll just stop there, and if there are any other questions.
I don't see any hands.
Just, sorry, when is the deadline for comments, Lori?
June 5th.
June 5th, okay, thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank
Are
you
you
for your
okay?
work.
Are you okay now making the motion?
Yes, I'm very pleased that we're intervening in this way with our core business, Dave, of protecting the watersheds. And I don't know, it's coming along. If there was any way we could have more formal support from some councils, that would be helpful, but ours doesn't meet until after that deadline. So, but thank you very much for your tremendous work in difficult conditions constantly with this provincial government in trying to push back the great progress that we've made to protect watershed in our region for so many years. And I'll move the report, Dave.
Okay, thank you so much. And seconded by Mayor West. All right. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you very much. I love the green card. Thank you very much. All right. So the one thing we haven't done yet is we haven't had an open session vote on our in-camera item. So we're going to put that up on the screen. All right. Any questions or comments on that motion? Seeing and hearing none. All in favor? And I think that's carried unanimously, but I didn't see the hands. Anyone opposed? Okay, so that is carried. And then let's just correct me if I'm wrong. I think we now need to go down to, we're down into new business. Am I correct, Madam Clerk? Or did I miss something?
Through the vice chair, that is correct. You're at new business.
Okay. So under new business, our next Board of Directors meeting will be June 23rd, 2023, just after the summer solstice at 9:30 a.m. And the next item would be adjournment, if there's no other new business. You're good for adjournment, Mayor West? Sounds good. Seconded by, I'm guessing, Mayor Ash? Sounds good.
Great job today, Dave. Did a great job.
Hey, thank you so much. Again, an absolute pleasure to work with you on it, and it's good to get to know you. Hopefully we'll see each other in person. I'm all in favor of adjournment. Okay, that's carried. Again, thanks for the green card. Have a fantastic day and a great weekend, everyone.